Hey, thanks for hanging back out with us. We got something really cool to show you. Something big here. Well, first of all, you know that, I don't know if you've watched the other videos, but I was in a bait making competition with anglingai.com, and I took third place for my open pour, and for part of the winning, you get store credit from AI. So we got something big, and where it's another swim bait. Now you've seen the 4, and you've seen us pour the 5. Now look at this. Whoa, dude, look at, we got 2 of them. 7 1/4 inch. Let's look at this freaking thing. Look at that. 7 1/4 inch swim bait. Yeah, I've been wanting this for a long time. These are monsters. So we are gonna get into this, and we're gonna check it out, see how this works, and we're gonna pour some Biggins. So we got some black in the microwave so we can pour the shad dots. Now, if you've watched my other videos, I used to use just a regular hot plate. We just got this, and this is a commercial grade electric griddle. So that's another cool thing. And then with a solid steel table like this, it will keeps everything perfectly level for open pours. It's really awesome, really awesome. But as you see, these molds are so darn big, they fill up the whole darn table. But I wanted to show you some of this stuff. Look at this mold, okay? Just like our other ones. Here, get that out of there. Just like our other open pours. Alright. You got this hook slot here with this little, I like this little notch they put in there to keep it in place. So see, you got a traditional hook slot, right? Now look what they did. See all this extra space here? Well, you can take this, flip it over, and look, it cuts a perfect profile. Now you'll have a solid body instead of a hook slot. So you can go either way with it. So if you want solid body swim bait, or traditional with a hook slot. Isn't that a cool feature? That's awesome. We're gonna do it with the hook slots today though. But while that's heating up, I think we're going to pour some awesome dead on colors. We're gonna do a kiwi with a char lime vein, and then a clear belly. So we're gonna get those colors shook up, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, these are brand new, so they're gonna be super shiny. Now, the first thing we gotta do is pour the shad dot. So I heated up just some leftover black we had. Now there's lots of ways to do this shad dot. I prefer to just to pour them, but I'll show you another way too. Let me pour this one. Just one little drop is all you want. That's it. That's all we're doing. Let me do one more like this, and then I'll do the other mold different. I'll show you a trick. One drop right there. It's a little bit big. Let's redo that. Let's try it one more time. Come on. There we go. That's better. And that's all we're doing. That one little dot right there. Alright. Now, let me show you another trick. You can get a Q-tip and then get your color and then just get some color on there, and then look, one drop, see how easy that was? But I prefer to pour them, because then when it hit, it actually doesn't make a perfect circle. It will actually, see, look at the difference. This is one we poured. Notice how it's oblong, not, whoops, where are we? Not quite a circle, perfect circle, right? And then look at something like this one we just did, and that's a perfect drop. So I mean, I just like to pour them because it makes a more natural shad dot than just a exact circle. But that's a way to do it, you know, make it easier. Now if you've watched my other pours, you know I like to pour the head color first, and then that's gonna be your top color, you know. So we're gonna heat up this head color and the top color, I mean, and we're gonna get that going, and I'll show you the recipe. We use this recipe quite often, so I'll show you how we do this. All right, we got our beautiful dead-on plastics that we heat up very slow. When you heat up plastic, go very slow with it. Don't just go right to your heat. Do it in small increments or it'll start yellowing. If you look, this is crystal clear right now. Now we're gonna use some kiwi, awesome dead-on color. Now their website recommends 40 to 50 drops per cup. Here we got about half a cup, so I'm gonna throw 20 drops of kiwi in here. Okay, let's switch hands. There's 20 drops of kiwi. Alright. Now, the kiwi color shifts from like a green to a brown. So, we're gonna spike it up. And we're gonna grab our little smidgen here. We're gonna use, this is dead on flake. It's called Earth. It's a 0.025 flake. We're gonna use this. One scoop of that. We don't want to really go overboard with the flake. I just want to use it for enhancement. Like if you think of it like cooking a recipe, you know, you don't just slam spices into your food. You just enhance it, you know. And then this is from Lure Works. You can't see it at all. This is, oh, what is this? 0.65. It's large flake black. You can see it's square cut. So we're gonna add one nice scoop of that. All right. Let's stir this up. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, look at this. Ugh. Can't get a good camera here. Alright. Nice. Awesome color. Awesome color. Alright. Let's get a little spatch out here and see what it looks like. Ooh. Alright. Now, you see how green that is right there? Okay, now it's gonna shift from like a green to a brownish, but just to enhance it a little bit more, we're gonna toss one drop of black, which is also dead on, of course. One drop, that's it. That was quick. I'm telling you, 2 drops will ruin it. That's all it takes, one drop. So now get that mixed in. That dead on black is so concentrated that you really only need one drop at a time. Alright, let's get a little bit more. Oh yeah. Alright, this is the way we like to do it. Here we have our beautiful dead on plastic, free of bubbles. Alright, now what we're gonna do, this is how I like to do it. I think it just looks more natural. We're gonna fill up just the head and then dump it right back into the cup. Just like that. That's all we're doing for right now. Okay. We'll put it back. Right now, the hot plate is just set to on a warm to get the chill off of these molds because it's cold here in Michigan. Fill up that spot, dump it out. Stir it up. If you shake it up like that, you bring all that flake up, so it's not dropped into the bottom of the plastic cup. Now these molds definitely drink a lot of plastic, so just like that. Last one. We're doing a set of 2 of these today. Put that down, and there's the last one. Just like that. That's all we're doing for right now. Now, you'll notice. Let me get one of these. Okay, so this is the first one, right? You see the drip? Well, these molds are so precision, you just pinch it and perfect clean edges now. So we're gonna pinch it up, get all those done. Alright, so now we're going to put all these together, get all these hook slots in. We're going to use the hook slot today. We're not going to do a solid body. So make sure that's locked in. There's one. And lock it in. I really like that locking part on it. That's great. Alright. Now, the most important part is make sure it's clamped nice and even. Alright. We're gonna get the belly color in the microwave and get that ready, and we'll be right back. Now remember, when you're heating up clear and you want it to stay clear, don't just jack your heat all the way up. I hear so many people that are like, why is my color yellowing? It's because you're getting so hot so fast. So do it in small increments. And you see I just put it in for 1 minute and it hasn't really done much at all. So give it a nice little swirl, not fast, not aggressive. And then we'll put her in for another minute. And we're going to keep doing those little minute increments until it just starts to turn clear, and then we'll go to 30-second increments until we hit our conversion temperature of 350 degrees. Then we're good. But you got to make sure you prepare your plastic. The more care you take in preparing your plastic, the better your results are going to be in the end. So just take your time and prepare the plastic the correct way, and you'll have amazing results every time. Alright, so this was twice, and see, it's starting to clear up. So give it a slow stir, not fast, because that's going to introduce a lot of air bubbles, you know. So nice and slow turn to get that plasticizer off the bottom, you know. Alright, now we're just going to do 30 seconds. And then we'll see where 30 seconds takes us. There's no reason to jack your temps so fast, so hard. That's how your colors get yellow and they'll start changing and stuff. It's not necessarily overheating, it's that you heat it so fast and so rapidly, you flew right past the conversion time. So what you want to do is just always heat in slow increments. I can't stress that enough. I hear a lot of people have problems with that. Ooh. Alright. Now we're going to take, the best thing to do is a probe thermometer, but we're going to grab this one. Alright. We're about 380. So we're going to get this in the vacuum chamber, suck all them bubbles out, pour the bellies. We'll be right back. Alright, we got our hot plate up about 150. Now you're going to pour slowly in the head, and I like to pour it just above the hook slot. Nice and slow, no reason to rush anything. Alright. Next one, nice and slow. And there we go. Alright, now we're going to take this and we're going to just use the rest of this for the vein. So we'll show you how we do that. Alright, we got that warmed back up, and we're going to use my favorite chartreuse color, Char Lime. Awesome dead on color. Now we got a little less than a half a cup, so we'll do 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what that does for us. Ooh, look at that color. That's so awesome. Great color, man. I love the Char Lime. It's really an awesome color. It really is. It's like the neon yellow with like a hint of green. And that hint of green is what really sets it off. Let's get a little sample. Alright, it looks pretty light. So we're going to add 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's see what that does for us. You really want to make sure your colors don't overwhelm each other. You don't want like a dark vein with a lighter top, you know, you really want it together. Let's do 1, 2. I think that will do it. So we're at like what? 17 drops or something like that, if you're counting. Alright. So get that stirred in good. Now we're gonna spice this one up with another favorite of mine. Alright. This is Meteor Flake in the 0.40 size from Dead On. I love this flake because it's really like a black, right? But if you look in there, you can clearly see that's doing a little bit more than black, you know what I mean? That's got some awesome color to it. Really cool. Adds a little flair to it, you know? So we're gonna get a scoop of that. Just to spice it up. That Meteor Flake, I put that in all kinds of stuff. It's an awesome flake. See? Now it's peppered. Alright. So, we're going to get this in the mic and then get it vacuumed out, get all the bubbles out of there, and we'll be right back. Alright, here we got our char lime. Now, we're going to start in the middle. And what you want to do is drift it to the back so you don't overfill too much, you know. And then drift it up to the front. Just enough to cover that hook slot. But you don't want it to flow into the head. Go bring it to the back. Just enough. I like to do it just enough to cover the belly color, as far back as that goes, and then up to probably about the shad dot is a good stop. Alright, there's that. Now you remember the kiwi head we poured? We're going to heat that back up and top these off. So we'll be right back for those. Alright, so the hot plate we bumped up to about 220, 230, right in between there. Now remember, if you got hot molds, you want cooler plastic. If you have cooler molds, you need hotter plastic. You gotta go one way or the other. If you have hot molds and hot plastic, all your flake just falls right out of it. It will all fall to the bottom. Alright, let's give it a nice swirl. Here's our beautiful kiwi. Here, let me back this up. I like to start in the tail. Just fill it up. You want to go just slightly, very, very slightly over the top of the mold. Not much. And then as plastic cools, it's going to shrink down, right? So once it cools down, my glove's going to be in your way for a minute. Sorry about that. Once the plastic starts cooling, it shrinks down, you know. So then it'll set into where it's got to go. And then you'll have level tops. It's a little bit more. Alright. There it is. Alright. Alright, so those are sitting on there, all poured up. And we killed the heat on the hot plate, and we're just going to let them sit there and cool down on their own, you know, slowly on their own pace. And those big molds, it takes about an hour, hour and a half for them things to cool down. But as soon as it's cooled down, we'll tear them open and we'll see how it worked out. So stay tuned and we'll open them up. Alright, we're back, and it's been pretty close to 2 hours for those big old things to cool down, but they're cool. And this is what I wanted to show you. See, that's why you pour it slightly above, because see, now you got level tops. But we're gonna tear these open. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Sweet. See how it's like a brown, and then in the other lights you see the green and stuff. Awesome color, man. Really cool. Let's get the other one. Check this one out. Oh no, it's gonna come out the wrong side. Let's get everything back in there. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. We're going to put some eyes on these real quick. And then we'll take them out of the mold and see how they look. All right. We're going to glue the eyes in. We only use the Loctite Super Gel. It holds the best, I think. Plus that Super Gel, the glue pretty much stays where you put it. It doesn't run around. Now when you're putting on eyes, make sure the orientation of the eye, you see how it tapers? You always want the taper toward the front. A lot of people put all this time into their pores and don't pay attention to their eyes. The orientation of the eye is very important. And then the next one, set it in there, and I just use this little tip to push it down. Alright, check that out with the eye on it. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna get the other side eyes on it, and then we will see how they turned out. Alright, here we go. Look at this big old thing. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool color. And you notice the shad dot, how it's just a dot, right? And now look at this one, is the one I hand poured. And see, that it just lays more natural, you know what I mean? If you can, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I prefer it that way. But yeah, let's see if I can look at that thing. Jeez. Awesome. Awesome, awesome color. Nice. Very cool. Very cool color. There you have it, the big old 7 1/4 swim bait. We call them the Biggins because they are some Biggins. But here in Michigan especially, the muskie, they'll be all over those things. Muskie and pike, they'll be tearing them up. But I'd like to say a special thank you to Angling AI too for the contest and for putting out another amazing mold. And I appreciate everything you guys have done. So yeah, if you dig this video and stuff, make sure you like and share and all that stuff, and try to get us to our first 1,000 subs, man, and we can keep on making these. And if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know in the comments. And I appreciate all your questions, and I'm glad I can help, you know, however I can. There's a lot of great bait makers out there, and I'm honored that I have so many questions come to me, and I'm always willing to help anyone. I don't keep nothing from nobody. I'm willing to tell anybody anything they need to know about bait making, anything I know about it anyway. So till next time, thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you later.